For real?
The idea one-touch auto French door refrigerator with the first processing dispenser for both ice and water for a hands-free perfect fill every time.
And she's hydrating. This is for real. This fridge is easy.
My idea is the wow.
What's up, T-Bone? What's up, Roger? We're gonna get this front suspension off. I dropped my daggone sockets. Dropped my sockets and then sun guns went everywhere. So I'm gonna take a cut-off wheel to that. Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that? Why you do me like that? We thought we was fixing to be. We thought we was about to be successful. We thought we was about to be successful. Eyeballs. Let's see what the text says. We got time for that shit. Well, I hear you, T-Bone. Gonna cut it. Yep, we cut it. All right. Now that right there That got a little, that right there, got a little pressure on it. Got a little pressure on that one. Let me go get my eras. Let me get my eras and some safety glasses. I appreciate everybody tapping in with me today. I greatly appreciate it. I really do. I got the frame all done. Got all the pieces made, except this piece and the arches. Gonna take a little bit more drawing on those. So this thing's probably gonna go off like a damn hand grenade. So. That's one way to do it. That's one way to do it. That's one way to do it. We got pressure on this one. Do not try this at home. I'm a professional. I just killed my jacket. I should have put the. Oh, it's still good. But that ain't. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean that's what the blanket. If I had a blanket, that's what the blanket was for. Don't you know that? You're supposed to lay a blanket on a chain, and if the chain breaks, the blanket makes it hit the ground. Don't y'all know that? Didn't they teach that? Didn't they teach that? They didn't teach that in physics to y'all. They didn't teach y'all in physics, huh? They didn't teach y'all that. Kinetic energy. You got to get rid of it, so you lay a blanket on it. And when the cable breaks, the blanket just makes it fall. I can't think of a single thing. Hey, you know what I can think of? T-Bone, you wasn't here to enjoy it. That thing said, boom. I told you it's going to go off like a hand grenade. Next time I'll get the leather blanket. I only made it to Boy Scouts. No. No, I'm talking about in physics. I took 4 years of physics. And I'm not saying I took the same class 4 years. I took physics 1, 2, 3, and 4. I took 4 different things. Now that don't make me smarter. It just lets me know why my damn finger gonna get knocked off, but my finger ain't knocked off. It went off like a damn. Ta-da! All right, so now we're gonna have to jack it up. We're gonna have to jack it up. Got me working all the way in here in the damn bathroom. Now I'm here to tell you, that spring still got a little pressure on it. Is your dental insurance paid up? That's all I want to know. Is dental paid up? Oh, come on, girl. Oh, shit. You know what we've got to do? We've got to take those bolts out. We forgot to take the bolts out of the bottom of the spring. Now that's going to be interesting. She definitely going to go. All right, let me go get a blanket. Because we about killed my jacket. Let me get a blanket. Or a rug. Or something. I don't have one. I don't have a, well, let me take that back. I do have one. It's in the back, but I don't have no gas. We call it a blue wrench around here, but same difference. Same concept. Living on the edge. And this is why women live longer, they say. They say this is why women live longer. Yeah, it ain't gonna go far. Yeah, it can't go far. We say that now until ain't nobody got no damn teeth. Oh, shit. If you're new to the channel, hit the button. It's been a long day. Been a long day. Where's a cheater stick? Cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater. We gotta be a lot careful on this one. We can't be hitting this truck. Let me put y'all down. Let me put y'all down. I gotta have both hands. Got me over here working in the damn bathroom. Oh, you son of a gun. The little spin, the little, y'all know the castle, the little clip that holds the damn, that holds the spring in, or holds the shock in, the damn clip's broke. I gotta get another cut off wheel. I gotta cut this bolt off. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, it locked my wheel up. It's going good there until somebody decide to cut something. If y'all wonder what I'm doing, I'm trying to, if you wonder what I'm doing, I'm trying to get this cobbled up shit off of here. And I don't have a damn grinder wrench, because I don't, son of a gun. Somewhere. Ah. You son of a. I don't think I have one. Told a story. I got one, but I don't know if it's for this. Hell no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. Ah. Who your daddy? Who your daddy? Oh, I just seen that comment. I just seen that comment. All right, we back in business. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Yep, Elko, good call. I didn't see it. I wasn't looking at the comments. I gotta cut this nut off the bottom. Y'all hang tight. What not to do for 200, Alex? Son of a mother hooker. Son of a mother of a goat fucker. Son of a mother of a goat fucker. That son of a gun right there, that's what caused all the problems right there. You see that right there? That thing right there caused all the damn problems. Son of a bitch. Look, y'all, spring is just right around the corner. Oh. That's what I tell her. It's only gonna take me 5 minutes and I'm in there for 45. Standing up in it like 2 5-gallon buckets. Come on now. Look at the damn mess. That one son of a bitch right there broke them on me. We gotta keep her hardware. Gotta keep her hardware. All right, let me put y'all back down. When we do the other side, we're gonna have to be more gentle. We can't treat it like prom night. We're gonna have to treat it like we a 40-year-old man with a dad bod and take our time with it. That's what we're gonna have to do. We can't treat it like it's damn prom night. Gotta keep her hardware. Shit everywhere. Shit went off like a goddamn hand grenade. Throwed my damn sockets everywhere. Just wiggle it. Just a little bit. It probably helps you take the damn nut off of it. Got to keep this hardware so I can go get, when I go get new ones, I know what to get. Where the hell you going, Elko? You finally gonna go cook that frozen chicken? Ha ha! See, Elko? Yeah, the night crew. Yeah, it took them damn 4 days to take the damn trash out. Now, all right, let me show you. This is why I'm not plating. This is why I'm not modifying these A-arms. Look at them. Look, just look at them. Just look at them. They no good. They no bueno. Trash. Trash. All right. Look at the damn mess. I'm telling you, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Now I do know this. We gotta drill these out and put big dogs in them, put big 5/8 bolts in them. And then I gotta weld. I do know this, I gotta add some material right here to this to tie that into that. Drill this out, and then go from there. Oh yeah, I make a mess, all right. That's for damn sure. If you're gonna do it right. T-Bone S10, yeah, they will, but No Limit is gonna build me a set of A-arms. And they are gonna be reinforced, and they're for hydraulics. I don't know if you know that, I don't know if you knew, but this car is getting hydraulics, so I can't use tubular A-arms. Now, if I was not putting hydraulics on this car, and if I was to do another G-body, I would actually I seen a kit the other day. You cut this out, you reinforce this, you plate it on the inside, and then the coilover, you put coilovers on it, and then the A-arms, I actually shared it in my community post. The A-arm actually bolts flat to right here, and there's no more shims. The upper control arm is made out of chromoly, and it's adjustable. So all your adjustment is here, and then I think you got adjustment here, and so you got adjustment here for your cast and camber, and the A-arms are +1, and then the ball joints are actually level with the top here instead of being dropped down. Because the G-bodies had the worst suspension ever. So if it was gonna be like a Pro Touring, or, like a car, a track car or something like that, or, like a Restro Mod, I would run those A-arms, cut this out, and run the coilover up through here, and then the A-arm, the ball joint is actually level with the top of this here. And also, they have designed their own A-arm, or their own spindles that are actually 4 inches higher. So the top bracket on the spindle is actually 4 inches higher, which brings it out level, and you can still run whatever brakes and stuff you want to run. I got their stuff posted in my community post a few days ago, so I can't remember the company, but they're in Midwest somewhere. So let me pick up, I need an 18 millimeter. I need a couple of other things. Hey, do y'all know what that right there is? Does anybody know what that is? Anybody know what them are? Does anybody know what those are? Who knows what those are? That's a roly-poly. That's a roly-poly. Do you know a roly-poly? Have y'all ever looked up a roly-poly and see what they actually eat and what they actually do? Has anybody ever actually looked that up? Y'all go down that rabbit hole and look up the history of the roly-poly. And when you see roly-polies, what does it mean? So y'all go check that out. What's up, Drew? Heck yeah, that's what's up. What's up, Chris Fisher? All right, so let me go ahead and show you this before we get too far in there. Let me go ahead and let me show you this. I went ahead and plated it all the way back here at the back. I got that plate in right there. I got the plate made. I got the plate made right there. And I got the plate made right there. Now I got to make the plate for the arch. So here's what we're going to do on the arch. Once I get the front suspension out and move over, not do that till probably tomorrow, I'll get the rear suspension out of the way. And then I'm going to take a picture of the arch, and I'm going to get my camera up level and square and plumb and take a picture of the arch, and I'm going to put it in canvas mode on the computer and see if I can draw it out. And then we got all that stuff in there done. We got all this stuff in here done. And we made a new body mount. And then I got to clean up the welds and clean them up. But we made a new one of those because this one was rotted out. So I made a new one. So done that too. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to do a little different on this one. Let me set y'all down. I appreciate it. Let me set y'all down right here. Let y'all live with me for a second. Just live with me. All I'll hang tight. All right. So, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try to do this one. We're going to go about this one a little bit different. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. Give it to me. Work with me. I said, work with me. Work it, work it, work it. All right. All right. We're going to do this one a little different. We're going to go ahead and cut this first. Take this off. We're going to do this one a little different. We're going to cut this first. See? You learned something today. You learned something today. Roly-polies. Well, that's a good thing. Roly-poly. Roll that beautiful bean footage. All right. So we're going to do this one a little different. We're going to take this one loose. We're going to take this loose, cut this loose. Then we're going to take the two bolts at the bottom of the shock. Then we're going to cut this because this one right here was gauted up too. And cut this off. So we're going to take the two bolts out of the bottom, cut this off, the shock's going to fall. We're going to take this off, cut this, and then while this is together, we're going to take the cut-off wheel while everything's holding it together, and we're going to cut the damn spring with a cut-off wheel to take the tension off of it. We'll probably do it on this side right here. We'll probably do it on this side. And we will cover it up with a blanket. And that's going to take the pressure off of it. Because we do not want it to hit this truck. I got to paint this truck for too long. So, let's do that. Let's take the bolts out of the bottom of the shock, cut this loose, drop the shock. Then we will cut the bolt. We'll cut the bolt for the sway bar. We'll cut that. Once that's cut, we'll get that out of the way. We'll take this loose. We'll take that loose. And then before we take the lower ball joint off, we will cut this. So that's what we're going to do. Get a speed. I don't have one. I got one, but I don't have no fuel. And I ain't had no fuel for it in a while. We call it the blue wrench around here. So that's what we're going to do. That's where we're going to be at. Boys and girls. Let me get down here and lay with you. Let me lay with you. Oh! What was that? I don't know what that was, but I didn't like it. I did not like that at all. Didn't make me say my safe word, but I didn't like it. See? That one did. I don't know what that was. Felt like a booger got a hold of him. Look close on my weebles. Look close on my Jews. On my Julettes. My Jews. I tell you what, I'm rough as hell on a damn cutoff wheel. That's for damn sure. All right, that's loose. That's loose. Loosey goosey. Do not try this at home. Do not. Son of a gun's tight. I don't like it that tight. Making a mess. No, no, no. No. Time out, time out. I don't use a spanner wrench to tighten this. Absolutely not. So if you just pull it in right now, let me tell you, I always keep these things loose. Like I put it on there like that, and then that's as tight as it gets. What happened a while ago is we had some major shit going on that side over there. The wheel broke, it snatched up the damn jacket, the spring popped out from under, it was a damn cluster. And I could not get it. I got the spanner wrench out and it broke. So I had to get the daggone pipe wrench, which that's what Elko suggested, but I didn't see it in the comments to get it loose. I do not put these things on top. That's it. That's it. Hand tight. Hand tight. Just some clear. Just to clarify that. Yeah, it watered up my jacket. Sure did. Watered up my jacket. Sure did. Easy now. Easy now. Easy. Where the hell? If you wonder what I'm looking for my wrench. Done got me over here working in the damn bathroom. Knocked my damn sockets all over the damn place. They went off like a damn hand grenade too. All right, we got it now. If y'all missed Mike and Carr's cooking show, you need to go back over there and rewatch the replay of it because it was a very good show. It's a very good show. Let me get y'all a little bit closer. Hold on a second. Let me get y'all a little closer. One, I can see the comment. Like, hell, I'm gonna be in there in the damn toilet here in a minute. Yeah, it was a very good, refreshing atmosphere. For damn sure. I am not reusing none of this stuff, so it does not matter. Does not matter. Does not matter at all. Tell you what, I'll tell you one thing about a damn roller chair. I was about to tell you about this chair. This chair, man, it does good, but if there's anything on the floor, it doesn't do shit. It does not do it. Does not do it. I'm gonna show y'all a trick. All right. I watched 87 SS Boy. I watched 87 SS Boy fight and fight and fight and fight with a damn Carter key. Fight. You can use a punch if you want to, but let me show you. If I can get to it, I'll show it to you. See that little hole right there? If you take something, I just picked up a nail. If you take something and drive it into that hole, what will happen is you running this nail through the eyelet, and then it will actually break it loose from the rust, and then you can take a pair of pliers and wiggle it, just wiggle it a little bit, and pull it right on out. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. So, damn zip tie. Oh yeah, yeah, Mike. Damn zip tie. A grain of sand, you poof, throwed your ass out the chair. Yep. All right, let me show you. Look, see what I did? 4.5 was. See that right there? See what I did? I just run the nail through there, and that breaks the rust loose. And then look, sometimes you can just pull it out with your bare hands. But let's get this. Just like that. See? Pull that sucker out. Yeah, it made me think that I was watching damn Home and Garden, man. Like the damn Home channel. It's pretty cool, man. They did a good job, man. They did a fabulous job. Absolutely fabulous. Just fabulous. Damn, that son of a gun wasn't even tight. Now that over there, I had to put a damn cheater wrench on it. Got the goddamn tuning fork. I tell y'all, I hate mechanic work. I hate it with a passion. I left the nut on it so it wouldn't spin. It was spinning, so I had to put pressure back on it, so that's why I broke it loose at the bottom, because the ball joint shaft was spinning. So I needed to put pressure on it, so that's why I left it on there. You might have a better way. Y'all know what happens next week? Stranger Things. That was coming out a little dry. Oh, you son of a gun. Who peed in their pants? Them shocks, they just don't want to give up, do they? It's like, no, man, we've been in here since 1984. We ain't coming out. We like it here. Did I tell you that I knocked my sockets and they just went everywhere? There's one thing you can't say about me. You can't say I'm lazy. You can't say I'm lazy. Tell me you ain't coming out. Let's have to get a little tappy tap. Little tappy tap tap. Look, y'all, spring is right around the corner. I think my shock is shocked out. What y'all think? Hold on. Hold on. JJ, you put the dang drop. See, Mike knows what a drop blanket is. Mike, they thought I was crazy a while ago when I was talking about when I put a drop. I used my jacket the last time and I tore a hole in my jacket. See, Mike knows what a drop blanket is. He took physics, protecting us, spindle tested. Never crossed my mind. Like and subscribe, service fee. Your sockets is rolled. Yeah, yeah. When that spring went off a while ago, them damn things, they went everywhere, man. They went everywhere. They went everywhere. Ding, ding. Look, there's damn sockets everywhere. And the reason why is because when that one went off, it knocked that shit every goddamn where. Oh, there it is. Y'all hang tight. I think it's this one. It is. Y'all having fun yet? I'm having a blast. Need some juice. Mike, mind your business. Mind your business. I bought every one of them at yard sales. I bought every one of them at yard sales. Mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business. That is an impact socket. Watch it. Look, it done shit its battery out. Let me tell you something. These are impact sockets. These are snap-on. Them son of a guns is high enough. If that son of a bitch can't handle an impact, I don't need it. I'm just gonna go and tell you right now. If it can't handle a goddamn impact, I don't need it. But no, Gary, you right. Gary's right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Gary's right. Let's stand. I stand corrected. Hold on. Let's stand corrected. There is a difference. There's impact sockets, and then there's regular sockets. Impact sockets are black, and they don't have no chrome on them. I do have some in there. So there is a difference between impact sockets and regular sockets. So Gary is correct. I'm supposed to be using the correct tool to take these loose. So. So great, that son of a. Gary's right. You're supposed to have an impact socket. So, I know I got some. Y'all gonna have to stay right there for a second. I do have some, but I ain't gonna go get them. Man, I wish this damn chainsaw would go ahead and crank. Tired of pulling on this damn lever. Must be a damn old Husky Varner from Traction. Damn, did I break it? Spit on it. Pull the choke, god dang. Somebody pull the damn choke. Wish that damn weed whacker would go ahead and crank. That damn weed eater, I think, is flooded. Oh, it's okay. Hey, Gary, you're right. Hey, if you see me doing something I ain't supposed to be doing, Gary, it's okay, man. You've been on here long enough. I can read through the lines. I know you ain't throwing nothing. I know you ain't throwing no shade or nothing like that. So yeah, there are impact sockets. He's 100% right, boys and girls. 100% right. 100% right. And I should have been using impact sockets. Damn, that son of a gun is stuck, boy. I don't know where John Buchanan found this frame at, but this thing must have been stuck in a riverbank. Look, I got a mustache. Who? Who did? Hey, I appreciate that, Sarah. Appreciate that ice cream. I scream, you scream, everybody screams for ice cream. I am keeping my hardware. So when I go to the parts store, when I go to the... I need both hands. Y'all gonna have to sit right here. Y'all gonna have to live with me for a second. I am going to go get new hardware at the Fastenal, but I do need to keep the old one so I can. So when I go get new hardware, they know what I need. I can show them. It's like I need this. No, I'm not. I'm not. Ricky Gill, water 1587. No, I'm not. I said, you might have come into the chat late. I said that I'm gonna keep the bolts. So when I go to the Fastenal, I'm gonna go to Fastenal. I'm gonna take the old bolts with me. I said, I'm gonna keep the old bolts, the fasteners. And I'm gonna go to Fastenal and I'm gonna buy all grade 10 military grade bolts. Mustache. I'll go mustache and get grade 10 military grade bolts. So no, I'm not reusing old bolts. No. I'll go get all. Yeah, because I'm not using, because see, I got to weld this up. I'm going to drill this out because we're going to put 5/8 bolts there. We're going to weld these Don't that look like, do y'all know what that looks like? Do y'all know what that looks like? That looks like Catwoman's top of her mask. Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer, when she was Catwoman. That's her ears, that's her brow, that's the top of her head. Yep, that's what that looks like to me. So all this will be, I'll make some filler in plate and we'll weld all this in, tie that to that. We'll tie this into this and then we'll drill these holes out and we'll put 5/8. We'll put 5/8 military grade 10 bolts. And then on the dog bones, that's probably the only thing that we're gonna keep is the dog bones. Unless I can buy new ones. I'm probably buying new dog bones. Once I get the new dog bones, we're gonna drill these out 5/8 so we can put grade 10 military bolts in it. But all that shit right there. So, damn, Mac, you have made a mess again. So let me get the jack stands. Let me get the jack stands and put this on jack stands. Y'all hold tight. Y'all hang tight. Go! Tomorrow, where you at? Tomorrow we'll build some stiff legs with some caster wheels. Well, just put it on the goddamn floor, why don't you? What do you say? You've had a long day. Yes and no. Oh, the reason why I'm going 5/8, hydraulics. Hydraulics. Yeah, we're going full hydros. There's the springs. There's the cylinders. There's 20, hey, Randy, there's 24 hours in a day, 86,400 seconds in a day. So me and you got the same day, but I have had a long day. I have. I've been productive. So we've been on here 74 minutes. So let me show you what we've done today. So this is what we've done today. All right, so this is what we accomplished today. We made the rear plate, started bracing in the frame. Look at that. Look at that. Granddaddy long legs. We started bracing up the frame, so we got that piece made. Oh, okay. All right, well, I apologize if I missed your comment. So I apologize. So just for everybody that's tapping in, we started bracing the frame, got all these pieces made. I just got it tacked. We got all that made up to there. We made these the other day. Made these a few weeks ago. This is to reinforce this. We capped that little corner right there. We made that inner piece. Yeah, made these inner pieces. Made the piece over there on that side. So all that's capped. We got the outside capped. Got it all capped out here. We got this section right here capped. And once I get some more metal, I got to get some 4x4 sheets. I'll cut the arches. We've already built the chain bridge. We built the battery racks. Or we built the pump rack, the solenoid racks, the battery trays. We got the chain bridge in. And we just tore the whole front suspension down. I don't know what that means. Nice freebie cobbling. I don't know what that means. You're gonna have to explain it to us because I definitely don't know what that means. The next thing we'll do is take this rear end out and get the 9-inch cut down to fit. But probably what I'll do tomorrow is we'll probably make some plates. We'll probably make some plates to bolt up to this and then get some square tubing. Okay. So we're gonna make some plates tomorrow and we'll plate this and bolt it, and then I'll run a piece of tubing down, and then I got some caster wheels, and then we'll run a piece of tubing that goes from here to there to tie that in so it don't swing. Well, you know what they say about opinions, Mike? I don't know. It don't matter to me. I told Mike in a text message how I feel about things. So Mike knows where I stand. So it is what it is. So if they being facetious or whatever, it don't matter to me. Like Mike says, it's just fucking pixels on a goddamn screen. It's just pixels on a screen. That's what Mike says. So we got that. So this right here, we're gonna have to draw this up, but I'm gonna have to run a square on the bottom to measure up so I can get this arch. And also, I don't have enough plate to cut that arch out. So I'm not gonna be able to cut that out, and we're not gonna be able to cut the arches out on the C notch back. We can't cut that out because I don't have enough plate. So I need a 4x4 sheet of plate, and then what I'll do is I'll draw this up, and we'll draw the arches, and then we'll burn them out on the burn table, and then we'll plate that. I'm not really worried about none of this because I probably don't have to plate none of that, but I am going to plate the bottom, the belly pan. We are going to reinforce this. I have to cut a hole here. So probably what I'm going to do is, it's going to be interesting, honestly. I'm going to weld this hole up, and then I'm going to pre-drill a hole, and then I'm going to take the hole saw, and I'm going to try to cut an 1.5-inch hole in this so an 1.5-inch DOM tubing can slide through this to sleeve it so the cylinder can slide up through there. Then once everything's done, we'll flip this thumb gun upside down, and then what we'll do is we'll weld the bottom, we'll weld everything solid, and then I gotta weld those donut rings. So we're gonna take this ring, we gotta take this ring, and it goes up in that pocket, and we weld that ring up in that pocket. So the way this thing works is you got your spring. So you got your spring, you got your A-arm, which No Limit Engineering out in California, he's gonna build me a set of custom A-arms, upper and lower, to handle all this force. So you'll have your lower control arm that's reinforced, it's one off, and it has the big dog chromoly ball joints. They're big ball joints. And this will actually set in that cup. This, and then this sets into that. And then this bolts into that big dog cup. That ring goes up underneath that to the top of the spring perch. You weld that plate in, and that keeps the cylinder from rupturing and going through the hood of the car, right? And then this chrome cylinder has to come through right there. So I have to drill a hole big enough for a piece of chromoly DOM tubing, and then this slides up into the tubing, right? Yeah, I talked to him on the phone, man. He is a cool dude, man. He is a cool cat. He is a cool son of a gun. He was very helpful for me, man, and he told me what I needed to do and what I didn't need to do, and he was very, 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 very nice. First time I talked to him, super nice, told me exactly what I needed to do. Told me, I sent him videos of what I was doing, and he's like, damn, bro, you getting with it, ain't you? And I pretty much told him, I said, the first lowrider I had, I built with hydraulics, was a 93 Toyota, and I did not do half of the shit that I'm doing on this thing. Not even the half of it. And he's like, man, looking good, bro, looking good. He said, yeah, get with that hoe, you know. So he's like, yeah. He said, man, that chain bridge is beefy. That's some good shit right there. So I've watched a bunch of his videos, and I know how stuff works, like engineering and manufacturing stuff. All you got to do is give me a picture and turn me loose, and I'm good. The reason why it's got to be in the tube, Mike, to keep the cylinder from falling over, because if it's in there just in there banging the wall, it won't work right. It'll bust the seal in it. Now the back does not have to have a piece of DOM tubing. All right, it can just stay in here. Well, it's got pressure on it, but it can just wallow. The reason why is because it's on power balls. So these right here, that's like a heim joint, and that moves. So when you go 3-wheel, the cylinder might be crooked because you're going 3-wheel, and you got to have some play at the top. And you can't sleeve it. It just has to be open. And it just goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then the 9-inch rear end will have a piece of C-channel, and it'll all be braced up like a rock crawler. But then these pieces right here, they will weld to the rear end like that. And then from this point to that point, I will run a 9-inch heavy-duty big dog chain. These cylinders are 10-inch. So these chains let the cylinders not overextend the rupture of a seal. Plus, it puts it like a seesaw motion where you can actually set 3-wheel set in steel. And there'll be one on both sides. You can sleeve it. It just has to be an extra inch. Well, it's going to have to be, Scott, it's going to have to be more than an inch. Because that's a 2-inch hole right there. So if it goes up like that, I see what you're saying. I mean, I could sleeve it, but if everyone that I've seen and everyone that No Limit sells, there is no sleeve there. And he told me he said, do not put a sleeve on that because you will bind up a cylinder and you will bend it. That hole right there is sufficient. He said, it's not going to bust that because it will go up and down in there. He said, if you sleeve it, because I was going to sleeve this. And he said, if you sleeve that, you will bend that cylinder and bust it. Where did you get the design for this? For what? For the hydraulics? Yeah, I would really like to do that. Like, so I could put like a little short sleeve up like this. See that right there? I could come out here. I could get a piece of pipe about yay high and sleeve it. I'll have to do some more research and I'll ask. I mean, I'll take it under consideration, but everyone that I've seen that I could see, now nobody won't give you no information. They don't put no, hell, I seen one guy the other day, he had a 4-inch hole. This is a 6-inch cup that I made. I made all this here. Every bit of this I made. You know, I didn't make the metal, but I made the parts. I manufactured parts. This one guy I seen, it was like a 30-second video on YouTube. He had a 4-inch hole right there, and that cylinder was in there just blam, 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 blam. Oh, no, I'll take it under consideration because I was the same way. I was like, man, that thing can't be going back and forth like that, waddling out. It can't be doing that. But my guy in Cali, SoCal, from Red's Hydraulics, my buddy from Shorty's Hydraulics in Texas, my friend in Brooklyn, he says they don't sleeve none of their shit in the back. And I was like, okay, fine. So we'll just see what happens. Well, chain bridge is, pretty much universal. That right there is called a chain bridge. These are called stovepipes. A lot of people don't do the stovepipes. They just let the shock go in there or let the spring go in there just a little bit. By doing that, you can get it a little bit lower in the back. So I just went 3 inches up. So when the car's all the way down, I'll get a little bit more low in the back. I just read and see all the problems on a G-body chassis, and then I just come up with an idea to fix it. So, I got degrees in race car fab and engineering and stuff, but that don't mean shit. That don't mean nothing. I ain't trying to toot my own horn, but we made all these in-house. We made this. This is to support this, so these don't get ripped out. These are going to be changed to 1-inch chrome ollie tubing or 1.25-inch chrome ollie tubing with heim joints on it with spacers, like similar to this QA1 suspension. You see how this QA1 suspension is? See how that is like that? It's gonna be like that. So all them link bars will be like that. Gonna run a 9-inch. So tomorrow, it's 8:30. So tomorrow, what I'll do is I'll take these bumper brackets off. I'll make some brackets on the front. I'll draw some up. We'll cut them out on the burn table. We'll cut them out of 3/16 plate, and then we'll put 2 uprights with some casters, and then we'll run a piece of tubing from left to right to tie the wheels together so they don't kick out or pigeon-toed. And we'll do the same thing on the back so I can roll this thing around, so I can clean underneath it and do whatever. Probably take the suspension and the steering off tomorrow too, and the sway bar, because not going to use that. Not going to use that steering. It's busted, so all that'll be replaced. And then once I get everything fixed, I mean, we moving along pretty good. And when I say we, me and you and everybody that's watching, we moving along pretty good. I said by Sunday night I wanted this thing completely tacked up, boxed in, the front suspension off, and it on wheel dollies. Here it is Saturday night, and I could probably finish it tonight, but I'm gonna go eat me some rice and some spinach, or rice and turnips. So, and we'll pull the rear end out and get that thing out of the way, and then we'll put it on wheel dollies so I can move it. This when we get at that point and I get it all welded up and everything's good, the Impala's got to be done by the end of the month, by the 1st of December, so we'll get back on it Monday. Then once that's done, then we can roll the chassis outside on the runway and then pick the engine and transmission up and set the engine and transmission in it, and then build the cross member. I got to go get some 1-inch chromoly tubing because we're going to build some cross braces. We're going to go from those perch hangers at the back all the way up to the front of the car. 2 straight pieces to tie the front to the back on both sides. And then we're going to try to make a hoop for the transmission or for the drive shaft. And then we're going to go from the rails on the outside to the rails on the inside with some short stubbies, stiff legs. We'll probably cut out some metal and run some dimple dies and make some stuff pretty cool. And then in the center, we'll take some chromoly tubing and we will make a new cross member for the transmission, because we're going to run a 6L80 transmission. So, yeah, so I'm going to run a piece of chromoly tubing we're going to take some chromoly tubing and we're going to plate this. We're going to fill this in, because that's where the fuel line was at. We're not using that no more. So we're going to weld this up, and then we're going to run a piece of chromoly tubing from right here. We're going to hit right there, and we're going to run it all the way back to that brace right there. And then whatever the distance is between this chromoly tubing and this rail that we've boxed, I'm going to run stiff legs out. We'll probably run them at an angle. We'll probably, instead of just making it straight, if we just make it straight, it'll look just unfinished, like, oh, we just got lazy. So we'll probably put them at an angle like this, and we'll cut it probably, I don't know, we'll cut it on the degree on this way, and we'll cut it on the degree that way, and we'll run some pieces like this from there to there on both sides. And then when we set the engine in with the transmission bolted, we've already made the engine mounts. So they fell off a while ago. So here's the engine mounts. There's those. There's the other pieces. So we'll put these come out. These are bolt there. We'll set the engine in and the transmission, and then we'll get everything level. And then we'll drop the engine 3 degrees to the back. We'll put the engine and transmission on 3 degrees, and then we'll make a removable cross member, and we'll make it out of chromoly, and we'll make a piece. We'll make something like this, and we'll bend it on the brake so we can mount a 6L80 transmission, and then we'll be good to go. And then whatever that is, that's what it'll be. But it'll be a removable cross member. So we'll make some tabs on the end, and we'll go from there. And then it'll be removable. So basically, that's about it. So remove the steering system tomorrow, move all the brake lines, get all that done, remove the rear end, build some stiff legs to hold the car, and then just keep on pucking right along. Got to reinforce the belly pan, and I got to get some more metal so I can draw up and make a piece to go right there and brace that up on that side, and then do the same thing on the front, and then run a piece of chrome moly tubing. We're going to take a piece of chrome moly tubing somewhere. I've seen them use just square tubing, but I think we'll be all right. I hope so. So we'll just take a piece of chrome moly tubing and we'll put it right here. And they just take a piece of square tubing and weld it from there to there. So we're going to take a piece of round tubing and we'll weld it here to tie these two front. And we might even go as far as to try to get it bent where we can put it on the bottom and drop it down and then run it across. I'll have to go down there and look on the other car to make sure there's nothing in the way right here, because I'd hate to weld something in and then get it powder coated and then try to put it together and it'd be in the way. 3 weeks to SEMA. No, SEMA is in October. I ain't worried about SEMA. I've been there for years. I've done that for years. I ain't worried. I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing this for nothing else. So, but yeah. Yeah, so that's where we're at. And then once everything's done, probably take the daggone sanding pad and some 120 grit and go in here and clean up all these weld splatters from the factory and get it all cleaned up. And then, if everything looks good in raw metal, then take it to get powder coated. And then hopefully it's fine. I'm actually taking the battery tray racks and all that stuff next week. I'm taking the other stuff when he says the powder comes in. So when the powder comes in, all that stuff's ready to get powder coated. So if I go get all that powder coated and then we put it together, that'd be like some serious motivation. I keep looking at it like, oh yeah, like, oh. We're like, oh. So yeah. Message redact said 3 weeks to SEMA. Right here, this guy right here, look. Look, right there. Message redacted said 3 weeks to SEMA. That's where I read that at. You gotta have all the comments turned on. So if you don't have your chat filter where it says all comments, you can't see all comments. So you probably got yours on, Gary, where it says top comments, and you don't see all comments. You have to change that in your settings. Yeah, everybody see that now? Yeah, so down at the bottom left-hand corner on my screen, there's a button. If I click on it, it says chat filter. All message or top messages. If you don't turn on all messages, you won't see all the messages. Now, I just deleted that so it would be off my screen. I didn't delete it because you said something wrong. Front end parts from California, then powder coat. No, the parts from California are 8 weeks out. 8 weeks out. He said 6 to 8 weeks, so I'm just going to say 8 weeks. So I won't get the front arms until like February, mid-February, if that, or later. So, but the A-arms are getting powder coated. The A-arms are getting powder coated this color. This is jet hot coat. That's jet hot coat. They're aluminum finish. So the upper and lower control arm are getting done this color. The chassis is getting done orange. So it's getting candy orange. So how much what? How much what? Oh, I don't talk money on here, man. If you new to the channel, if I don't talk money on here. As long as you have the measurements for the rest of it to fit. No, he builds them all the day. He builds them all the time, so they'll fit. I mean, they'll fit. So I'm gonna get S10 spindles because I'm gonna run S10 brakes because you get the better calipers. I'm not gonna run, big rotors or nothing like that because I'm running 13-inch wire wheels. So. Oh, he only builds A-arms for lowriders. If you want some A-arms for like a car like that, check out Alden America. Check out them, Alden America. They've been in business a long time. They actually been in business longer than QA1. So look up Alden America. They're in California. Their logo is a eagle with a flag. That's their logo. They're in California. If you're looking for some tubular A-arms and coilover stuff like that, yeah, look up. Hey, no, I can't come out of the screen. It's just type it the best you can in Google. Put Alden American front A-arms or coilovers and it'll pop it up. There it is. Mike got it. Appreciate it. Yeah. Alden or Alden or whatever you want to call it. That's it right there. Mike done it. Yep. I'm gonna pin that. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, they make good stuff. They've been in business longer than QA1. That's what that truck over there's got. All right, so look. Shit. All right. All right, so let me start over. So this truck right here, sorry about that. This truck right here has got QA1 suspension on it. Everything. QA1. All QA1. I built the chassis for that box truck. All custom chassis. We built it right here on the floor. Go back and watch some lives. I called for a set of coilovers for that truck right there from QA1. They wanted like $1,200–1,300 for a set of coilovers. So I found out about Alden America, whatever you want to call it. Somebody told me about it. I reached out to them, gave them the specs from QA1 that I needed for that truck. They said, yeah, they told me what the version of it was, blah, 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 whatever. It was half price for the coilovers. Same specs, same spring rate, same everything. And then I got to doing some digging. America has been in racing for decades. And now they've come over to the custom world, to this kind of world. And they got upper and lower control arms. Now, here's something else. If I wasn't going hydraulics on this, They have front A-arm suspension for this. They got coilovers. They got rear suspension. They got all the stuff, everything. If I wasn't going hydraulics on this commission build, then this thing would have got tubular A-arms and all that stuff from Alden, America. That's what they would have got. What? Trucks have nice driveline shaft angles. I don't know what that means. I appreciate everybody being in here. We've been on here 103 minutes. I went over my time. Y'all know I usually do 60 minutes lives. I appreciate everybody tapping in today. Yeah, they're expensive. I appreciate everybody tapping in today. All the lives, if you missed them, go back and watch them. I try to keep everything educational. I try to keep everything productive. I try to teach somebody something, and I'll let y'all teach me something. So, yeah. Yeah, Mickham, I tell you something, Mike, man, that's a good company right there for gauges, NVU. If you call NVU and talk to them, you talk to Vincent, you talk to Jen, you talk to Jen. If you talk to Jennifer or to Vincent, tell them I sent you, and they'll take care of you. That's the gauges that we're running in this car right here, NVU gauges. So I appreciate every single one of you, boys and girls. Let me get off here. My bellies are growling. I'm going to go get some turnip greens and some rice. Y'all remember what I said? Don't worry about the man that rode it down the road. Sweep off your own front porch or sweeping off anybody else's.